We are anonymous. We are an activist group which exists on the internet. We are not cyber terrorists. We are not one, for we are an entity within the internet itself. There have been recent attempts by the administrations of the world, and science alike, to hunt down and warrant the imprisonment of participants of Anonymous. Not only is this yet another exertion to solidify reason to exterminate our civil liberties, but it, itself, is yet another act of tyranny by those in which placed there, by none other than you. They lead you into a false sense of security by promising such things as lowering taxes, and reducing the national debt, getting us out of war, and increasing the jobs. These all, of course, are lies. They become your favorite, rock star candidate to win your attention, and they do. It is then when you begin giving your civil liberties away. 235 years ago, the following was written speaking of a certain situation. When in the course of human events, it becomes necessary for one people to dissolve the political bands which have connected them with another, and to assume among the powers of the earth, the separate and equal station to which the laws of nature and of nature's God entitle them, a decent respect to the opinions of mankind requires that they should declare the causes which impel them to the separation. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. That to secure these rights, governments are instituted among men, deriving their just powers from the consent of the governed, that whenever any form of government becomes destructive of these ends, it is the right of the people to alter or to abolish it, and to institute new government, laying its foundation on such principles and organizing its powers in such form, as to them shall seem most likely to affect their safety and happiness. Prudence, indeed, will dictate that governments long established should not be changed for light and transient causes. And accordingly all experience hath shewn, that mankind are more disposed to suffer, while evils are sufferable, than to right themselves by abolishing the forms to which they are accustomed. But when a long train of abuses and usurpations, pursuing invariably the same object, evinces a design to reduce them under absolute despotism, it is their right, it is their duty, to throw off such government, and to provide new guards for their future security. Such has been the patient sufferance of these colonies. And such is now the necessity which constrains them to alter their former systems of government. Just over 200 years later, it is happening again. There exist conditions around the world under which people must change their governments, that all nations both small and large have produced such conditions. It is for those reasons and those reasons alone, why we act, when we act. Remember, you have the right to protest. As long as it is peaceful, we cannot be stopped. As long as we are faceless, we cannot be stopped. As long as we are leaderless, we cannot be stopped.